Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to make your own homemade collagen and mineral rich chicken broth. This is really easy. You can use your own homegrown chicken, you can use what you get from the store. It's going to be very gelatin-like, unlike the salt water that you pretty much buy when you buy broth from most grocery stores. And it's going to be packed with great nutrients that are just beneficial for your guts and your whole body. I was asked in a previous video how I make this, so I'm going to show you how I make it. I use either a pressure canner or an Instant Pot to be able to do this a lot quicker, but you can do the same process without any of those pressure canners or cookers on a stove top. It's just going to take a little longer. So you're just going to boil it on the stove top, and I'm going to show you how I do that. It will be the exact same process if you don't have a pressure cooker, canner, or Instapot. It's just going to take you probably twice as long, if not maybe even 3 times as long. So it is a time saver to do it under pressure, but you don't have to if you don't have that option. So let's just see how we do it. These are 10-pound bags of leg quarters. They usually run about $6 where I live, but sometimes they go on sale for as little as $3 a bag. I buy a lot of these because I have big dogs and I make their dog food. So I cook a lot of it, which leaves me with a lot of extra broth, and this is really easy. So I have 3 bags, that's 30 pounds, which will fill up my whole sink. So the first thing I want to do is give them a good rinse. He is very antsy because he likes it raw and he wants a raw one. Some of it, they get raw. I know some people are scared of chicken bones with dogs, but he can definitely handle it. You can do this in an Instapot too. You can fit 10 pounds in an Instapot, but since I have 30 pounds, I'm using my big pressure canner cooker. And you're gonna wanna put whatever seasonings you would like. My typical blend is a seasonal, a red pepper, garlic pepper, a red pepper, black pepper, garlic powder, and salt. Then you want to add some water, not a lot of water because it's going to make its own broth out of the chicken, but you do want some to get it started so it doesn't burn. So now all we're going to do is lock our lid on, get the heat coming up. A little raw meat gives them a little energy, makes them want to play. All right, good steam vent for about 10 minutes. Put the weight on it, let it climb. Your pressure is not specific to, 10 pounds for so long or whatever. Just know that you don't want to climb too high where it gets dangerous. So just when you get, somewhere over 10, anywhere in there, because you don't have jars, it's just meat, but anywhere between 10 and 15, you can go ahead and just adjust your heat to leave it there. And we're gonna let it go for probably about 2.5 hours. Since I have so much meat in it, I'll go about 2.5 hours. All right, ran it 2 hours. As you can see, it made a lot of broth. So I'm gonna pull all the meat out and separate the meat from the broth. Now, since this is for dog food, I'm not gonna bother taking the bones out, but just to show you how easily these bones would come out if you needed to debone this meat. If you were going to store the meat to use for chicken barbecue sandwiches or anything. How easily, you could do this easily with your fingers, but it's hot, so I'm using the tongs. How easily the bones come out. Now, because it's dog food, I'm going to leave them the bones, but I'm going to show you why it's safe to do so. And it's really hot. Look how soft. I'm smashing it to pieces with my fingers because of the pressure and the heat. Ooh, it's hot. But yeah, that's very safe. They can easily eat that. I'm literally smushing it. But if you were using this for people food and you wanted to remove the bones, too hot to do it. You could very easily do it. And I do make a lot of my chicken soups this way, which I'll show you in another video. All right, I have 3 trays of meat to make their dog food with, and we have 7 full quarts of broth. We actually had enough for 8, but since the canner only holds 7, I went ahead with 7 and put the rest in the dog foods because, you know, they need some broth too from when I add the brown rice and pumpkin and other things. So there you go for those who were asking how to make broth. It's really, really, really easy and a lot cheaper than what you get at the store. And it's actually the real thing and not just expensive salt water. It's super concentrated also. So you're gonna add water to this, so you're actually getting more than what you're seeing. And you can tell because you can't see through it. Even holding it up to the light, you can't see through it. It's really concentrated, so good stuff. All right, to show you real quick, chicken broth. In fact, let me go ahead and take the grease off the top. We'll set that aside. Use that for other purposes. I'm gonna have to break it in half to get it out the jar. Camera works backwards. Got a little disoriented. All right, so I want to show you the difference between a lot of your store-bought broth and a good homemade broth. And here's your big difference. If it's a homemade broth that's made with real bone and cartilage, and it's going to have a lot of gelatin in it, so it's going to be basically chicken jello. What you buy from the store, once it's cooled down, if you put this in the fridge, we got some beans cooking behind me, sorry about that. The steam is probably being a little disorienting. But anyway, what you buy from the store is pretty much basically salt water and chemicals, because rarely do you ever get a broth from the store that actually does this. Once it's cooled or chilled, been in a cool cellar or in the fridge, it will become absolutely meat jello if it's a real broth made from real chicken, real meat, and real bones and real cartilages. So, all right, getting you kind of a front-facing view with the light a little better, you can see how we'll do the whole Jurassic Park, dinosaurs are coming, jello is shaking thing, right? So, again, this is why what you buy at the store is really mostly salt, water, color, and chemical, because what you buy at the store is not going to do this. Now, this will melt once you heat it back up, but if this has been at any lower temperature, either in the fridge or in the cellar or in a cool house, it will turn to jello if it's made with real meat and bones and cartilage. And that gelatin in there is so good. I'm breaking it all up. It's so good for your skin and your hair and your nails and your organs, because they're all made of the same stuff. So make your own chicken broth. It's too easy not to do it. It's that simple. Go ahead and try it. If you want to can this to preserve it on the shelf for years and years to come, you can either use the preferred method, which is pressure canning quart sizes for 90 minutes and pints for 70 minutes. Or if you are one of my viewers from another country where you don't use pressure canning methods, you can use the heritage method and water bath it for 3 hours. If you have any questions on how to do either method, and I will put links to videos that show you exactly how to do both methods.